It's Taika Waititi playing Hitler. Need I say any more?
You're a 10-year-old kid who likes dressing up in a funny uniform and wants to be part of a club.
So JOJO Rabbit is a new satirical black comedy that's written and directed by Taika Waititi, the director of What We Do in the Shadows and Thor Ragnarok. And in JOJO Rabbit, we follow a character named JoJo, who in this film is played by Robin Griffin Davis, a 10-year-old boy who dreams of joining Hitler's army during World War II. However, when he finds out that his mother, played by Scarlett Johansson, is hiding a Jewish girl, played by Thomas McKenzie, JoJo starts to question his morality and his loyalty to the Nazi regime. Alright guys, so let's get into JOJO Rabbit. JOJO Rabbit was one of my most anticipated movies for the rest of the year, mainly because I love Taika Waititi as a director, and I think he is one of the best comedic directors right now, other than Phil Lord and Chris Miller. And as you can imagine, when I heard that Taika was making an anti-hate satire in which he'd be playing Adolf Hitler, I had to see this movie. And walking out, I am so happy to report, guys, that I loved JOJO Rabbit. Getting right into the performances, everyone here does such an amazing job. From Roman Griffin Davis to Thomas McKenzie, Taika Waititi, Rebel Wilson, Scarlett Johansson, Sam Rockwell, Alfie Allen. Everyone here crushes their roles. There isn't a single person that is a weak link. Starting off with Roman Griffin Davis, though, this kid is so good in this movie. Not only does he play this naive kid so well, but the wit and the energy that he brings to this role, I'm not even joking with you guys. The moment that I saw him starting to act with Taika Waititi in this movie as Hitler 2, which I'll get to in a little bit, I could not stop smiling. He brings such a joy to this role that I loved him. Also, the bond that Scarlett Johansson's character has with JOJO Rabbit was something that I really love. Scarlett Johansson does such an amazing job of playing a mother that during such terrible times brings this optimism, this positivity that once again, I'm going to say this phrase once more, it brought a big smile to my face. Because as an optimist myself, every time I saw her with JoJo on screen, I cherished every moment that they had together. But getting into one of my favorite aspects of this movie was seeing this imaginary friendship between JoJo and Hitler, played by Taika Waititi. At the start of this movie, when you see the two of them bantering, and when you hear the dialogue coming out of Taika Waititi's mouth, I could not stop laughing. There is one particular scene into which you see this event happen to JoJo. Seriously, I was dying. I was laughing so hard. Not only that, but Taika Waititi making fun of Hitler and Nazis in general, could not get enough of it. But honestly, my favorite aspect of JOJO Rabbit was the bond between JoJo and Elsa. Because yes, well, I'm not gonna lie, seeing Taika Waititi making fun of Nazis and Hitler, really the heart of this film lies between the relationship between JoJo and Elsa. Seeing JoJo develop his first crush was just so damn cute, just let me say that first of all. But seeing this friendship develop throughout JOJO Rabbit just brought me so much joy, and it felt really special. And don't get me wrong, while I loved everything else about this film, every time that I saw these two share screen time, I couldn't get enough of them together. Another thing that I particularly loved about JOJO Rabbit was how Taika Waititi is able to seamlessly weave together the comedic aspects with the dramatic aspects of the film. Because when it comes to the plot structure of comedies, what comedies tend to do is that they'll have a funny first and second act, then there'll be a pitfall of despair and darkness, and then it will gradually become a much more happier film with a third act, where JOJO Rabbit, to me at least, didn't do that. Taika is able to beautifully integrate the dramatic aspects without making you feel like, okay, so this is where the dramatic aspects are supposed to come in, everyone's going to be down on their luck. And even when the more serious parts do come in, Taika still is able to sprinkle bits of comedy without compromising any of the drama whatsoever. And the best thing is that whenever JOJO Rabbit has a laugh, it always comes naturally. None of the jokes ever felt forced, it all comes at a natural pace. Another thing that I absolutely loved about JOJO Rabbit was the phenomenal score by Michael Giacchino. Michael Giacchino's score is very whimsical, but at times it's very heartwarming, but there are also times where it just suddenly creeps some very heartbreaking scenes, to which, I'm not gonna lie, one particular part almost had me welling up. I mean, God, his score was that good. Though the most important thing that JOJO Rabbit does, and I love this movie even more so for doing this, is that even when times at their most hateful, it shows moments of kindness, positivity, optimism, but most importantly, love. And honestly, given the times that we're in, Jojo Rabbit is such a great movie for today. The other thing that I must mention, Jojo Rabbit has the best F-bomb of the year. Nuff said. As far as my issues go, I only have one tiny nitpick for this movie, and that's that at one certain point, the pacing does kinda drag, but really, that's it. Overall, the best way I can describe Jojo Rabbit is like this. Jojo Rabbit felt like Wes Anderson meets Mel Brooks, and if you love those two, you will probably love this movie. This movie had me smiling, it had me laughing, there were parts that were heartwarming, there were parts that were heartbreaking, but all in all, I absolutely loved Jojo Rabbit. It's easily one of my favorite films of the year, so I am easily going to give Jojo Rabbit a 5 out of 5 stars. I loved this movie so much. This movie is getting a wider expansion this weekend, so if this movie does happen to be playing at a local theater near you, please check this movie out, guys. Alright guys, so comment out and let me know below. Are you guys looking forward to Jojo Rabbit? Have you seen it yet? What'd you think? Let me know below. If y'all want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat and Stardust. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Jojo Rabbit. If so, please hit that like button, share, subscribe to see more reviews just like this one. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever a new video of mine goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 reviews, please click either right there or there. And of course, until my next review, I will see you guys next time.